big one in the NFC East, Cowboys, Eagles. Who do you like?
I like the Cowboys, and I'm prepared to look bad. I really am. I know the Cowboys can do that to you, but I think the way they're coming into this game, Dak Prescott, the confidence he has right now, the way their passing game is operating with him and C.D. Lamb, and his history against the Eagles, which is outstanding, I think it's set up for the Cowboys to pull the upset this week.
So let's put all the picks up on the screen here in what is a monster matchup, the first of two between these teams. RC, you're also riding with the Cowboys. Tell me what will decide the game. What is it you'll be watching for as this game progresses to say, okay, that's why this team is going to win it?
Period, point blank, how do the Philadelphia Eagles create pressure? When you look at last season, at least through the first 8 games, the Philadelphia Eagles stats in the sack department aren't very far off. But where are those meaningful sacks? Where are those sacks that create or allow the back end of the pass coverage to excel? Where is the day like we saw against Minnesota and Justin Jefferson last year on primetime where Darius Slay excels, where James Bradbury makes a play to change this game, where Nakobe Dean, who is now the starting linebacker, does something to affect this game that changes it and allows this offense of the Philadelphia Eagles to get short fields, to get easy scores. We haven't been seeing that. And so if they don't create that pressure, I'm not confident in them that they can stop Dak Prescott, that Dak Prescott to C.D. Lamb can be slowed down, that now Brandon Cooks taking off the top of the coverage is something that they could keep the Dallas Cowboys from doing. And it's not that I'm just confident in Dak Prescott, is that I've seen this defense and I've watched Jalen Hurts have to pull them up by their bootstraps with his play along with A.J. Brown. So if they don't get pressure, I'm looking at the Dallas Cowboys offensively thinking they can make plays, and on the defensive side, I think some of that nature to turn the football over, to ball hunt, and what Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia Eagles have been doing from a turnover standpoint allows the Dallas Cowboys to win this one.
How about it, Bart?
I think, first of all, we need to start talking about Hassan Reddick in the same vein as we talk about Michael Parsons, because both of them are tremendous football players. But you talk about, the fact that Dallas really hasn't been able to establish a run. They need their bruiser. It seems like Pollard hasn't become the back that they thought he was going to be as far as being able to handle the workload. That means Dak Prescott's going to throw the football a lot. And whenever we know that Dak Prescott throws the football a lot, it usually encompasses a couple of turnovers, which changes the game. So I just trust Jalen Hurts in making the right decisions. I think A.J. Brown is the best, right there with Tyreek Hill as far as the best receiver in the game right now. I want to see how this matchup between Bland or Stephon Gilmore having to draw that, and then what that means for Devontae Smith on the other side. Now, you talk about, C.D. Lamb. I wonder to see if they're going to match up Big Play Slay no matter where he goes, because you can hide C.D. Lamb in the slot. He's been killing teams in the slot, and Bradbury in the slot last week was a liability. So I don't think they do that. And let's see who makes the plays when it's time to make the plays.
How about what's at stake here? We talk about the division, obviously not only the separation here, but just the Cowboys winning a game like this. It feels like a long time since they've won a game like this.
Very important. And honestly, just mathematically, if they want to stay close in the division, it's important. But yes, I think it's important for them to feel like they can win this game. And I'm sure they feel like they can win this game. But to know that you can win this game, right? There's a difference there. And so I do think it matters. But again, Dak Prescott's history against the Eagles is extremely good.
It's extremely good.
There's no reason for him not to be confident coming into this game. Your point about the turnovers, I think you're holding one bad season against Dak Prescott. Last year, the turnovers were a problem. Prior to that, they have not been. And if you look at this year, it's Jalen Hurts that's been a problem for turnovers. So I think if that I think going into this game, end of the season, the Eagles, they're a Super Bowl team. I get it. But right now, the way the two teams are playing, I give a little bit of an edge to Dallas.
RC, final word. What's at stake psychologically for the Cowboys?
What's at stake? What's at stake?
Against one of the big boys in a while.
Everything.
Everything. I hate that what's at stake question. Every time we do it on a production call, I almost hang my phone up. But this is important. It's important because the Dallas Cowboys make these games extremely important. If you think back to the San Francisco 49ers, the Dallas Cowboys were talking about the macro. They were talking about the big picture, but the San Francisco 49ers weren't. I believe the Dallas Cowboys are focused on this game in the exact same way. They know who the Philadelphia Eagles are and who they ended up being last year. And they're going to test themselves or measure themselves against this
measure.
team, and they get to do it on the field.
The
outcome of this game is much more important to the Dallas Cowboys than it is the Philadelphia Eagles.
All right, we'll leave it there.
I'm going to go with Dak Prescott because I think he's.
All right, good people. Mark Holmes here, of course, with my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo, as well as Joe Bear in the house. And as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. So let's get open for business here. And let's wake up the football guys. I've been away so long, I can't remember which switch is switch anymore. You know, it's kind of cray-cray. It's kind of cray-cray. First of all, let me get to taking care of some business. Shout out to David Wiley with the first super chat. Appreciate you, bro. David, are you coming Sunday? Are you coming Sunday? Because we're going to start live streaming at 10 o'clock. Still trying to figure out what kind of big sub. Do I want to do a steak and cheese sub again, or do I want to say basically what do I want to say? What do I want to say? Do I want to say
fuck them birds, fly Eagles fly? Nah, we shoot those birds out of the sky. Stupid dumbasses managed to give up a 3rd and 30 to my sexy arm. Pathetic defense and team. No wonder I own those piece of shit frauds every damn year. Don't get me started on the fans. You boo me while I earned a respected award. Losing the Super Bowl was just karma for you fuckheads. I can't wait to drop 100 on your heads next season while being the daddy of the NFC East again.
yes, the daddy of the NFC East?
No, I'm not.
The daddy of the NFC. So I'm not sure what kind of sub to do tomorrow. Last time I did a steak and cheese sub was against San Francisco, and the steak was good. The sub was good, but the outcome wasn't. So I need some help from you guys, what kind of sub to do. Next thing, Sydney family. You pumping up my Eagles? Okay, Sydney family. Welcome, Sydney family. I'm curious tonight because I'm going to say that since the end of last year to this week has been the mildest trash-talking week from Eagle fans. I've got a few of them that say, yeah, we're going to win. Yeah, A.J. Brown, he Bland can't cover him, and Jalen Hurts ain't hurt, and he's good. But I ain't heard this. I have not heard the usual Dallas Cowboys stink, Dallas Cowboys suck. I ain't got all the Philly 500. I called him last night during the game and stuff and said, man, are we doing like a shirt bet or something? Well, I got the double talk. I get the double talk. They're cautious. They are literally really, I just don't understand. I don't understand where the bravado is from them. Okay, now pastrami. There's one of the spices in pastrami that just kind of I think I'm allergic to. I can't do pastrami. I can do a corned beef one. Now I can do a Reuben sub. Maybe that's what we do. We do a Reuben sub because because that's quick. That's easy. I can go from the early games up there and boom, do that. Boom, do the sub and boom, come downstairs. Do something that mix the shit up. Because I did the roast beef sub last week, and that roast beef sub, that French dip, that shit was good, and we kicked ass. So maybe we do a Reuben sub. Is Sam Williams? Well, okay, I'm gonna get to wait a minute. That James, I hadn't heard that part, but I'm gonna get to Sam in a second. The next thing, where's the fire hose? A fire extinguisher or something? Because I don't know what happened last night, but it was kind of like we needed to turn the lights down low last night. Michael Schwartz, I'm ready for the big. We needed to turn the lights down low last night, because it started to get to be like, it was that time. It just seemed like y'all were just kind of meeting up and getting your groove thing on, if you know what I mean. So I don't know how hot and heavy it's gonna get to you tonight with all the lovely ladies, but I see Miss Buttermilk Biscuits there. Rhonda Lovely Sparks. Oh, and Angelica says, I like the lights on so I can see everything. There's Gina Dallas Diva, who's hot, hot, hot. There's lovely Linda, the only rational Eagle fan that I've ever talked to. There's Roland's Review. What's up, Roland? And then there's JoJo Gonzalez. What's up, JoJo? Let's see, who have I missed in the chat? Let me go way back there, way back, and double check to make sure I ain't missed anybody in the house here. I know Crystal Caramel Corn. Throw some caramel on that corn. I know Crystal Caramel Corn has to be here. Let's see. Did I get all the lovely ladies in the place with the style and the grace? I think I did. If I missed any of the lovely ladies, just come on and say, here I am. Here I am, ready for my intro. All right, so now that I got my Barry White voice on, okay, and Angelica says she likes the lights on, so we're going to turn the lights on up in here, okay? Yeah, so Bang Bang Boogie, Mark Chat Gang, you sound like a late night. I'd see, Kevin, you must not have been here last night because it needed to be a late night show the way things are. Woo! Okay, I mean, you know, they were up there with Twiz and his goats and everything else. I mean, it was just getting freaks come out at night. Freaks come out at night. Okay, so shout out to Sydney, it's Moonlight session. The weather is going to be good in Philly. It's going to be about 61 degrees around kickoff. So sunny. It's always sunny in Philadelphia. The weather's going to be good. The Cowboys, it looks like the big guy, Tyron Smith, will be playing. They basically kept him out of practice, kept him in bubble wrap and all that. He's got a neck stinger. The Eagles, on the other hand, though, I believe the Eagles have 4 players out. They've got quite a few. They're beat up. And the big question for me is Jalen Hurts hurt? And Eagle fans, now have we gotten any Eagle fans in here talking smack? Jeff Lee, it was freaky in here last night. It was. I would only get bits and pieces of it. We're talking about champagne, caviar, and bubble baths up in here and stuff. I was like, "What did I miss?" And Angelica, kept saying like he kind of come in only a part of the conversation. I was like, I'm too young for some of that. And then there's Lola bringing the hot sauce. Welcome, Lola. Okay, it was Kevin. It was truly the freak show. Yes, hurt is hurt. Now listen, I don't want any excuses if the Cowboys do what they've been doing with the Eagles. Even though everybody keeps saying, no, the Cowboys, they can't win big games. I'm sorry to say, so you're telling me that those 8 wins the Cowboys have had over the Eagles, that, the Eagles aren't a big team to be a big game? That's what I'm on. Coaches are changing Hurts' game some. Yeah, so that makes me wonder, if Hurts' leg is hurt, are you really going to do the push and the tush? Hurts' knee brace is undefeated this season. Yeah, but but hold on. See, actually, Linda, you know what the thing is? Here's going to be my take. And let me pull up something here real quick so that way I make sure I know what I'm talking about. With Hurts and the Eagles, let me pull their schedule up because I want to make sure I get the games right. Because you're right. You are undefeated with Hurts being hurt. So they said he's been hurt for like the last 4 games, right? So the last 4 games, 4 weeks. Oh, no, wait a minute. Hold on. Wait. No, that can't be right. Because he's been hurt for like 4 weeks, Linda. So you're saying he wasn't hurt during the Jets? I know I noticed it. Here's the thing. I noticed it against Miami, I think it was, that he was injured. That's when I said, I think the game time. I said, something's not right with his knee. And, Jalen said he heard it a couple of weeks before. So I don't know if he's undefeated or not with it. We started noticing against the Dolphins. It was definitely much worse against the Commanders. But if you say that he's undefeated, okay, now the Dolphins game, okay, I'm going to give you that one. Although the Dolphins have yet to be the team with the winning record. I don't know if you guys knew that or not. The Dolphins have played two teams with winning record, Buffalo and the Eagles, and lost to both of them. They're good at, the Patriots and the Denvers and things like that. But when they played the big boys, they didn't do so well. So I'm not sure what team Miami really is right now. But here's the thing. It's not so much that I worry about what Hurts does. As much as I worry, if I were you, I would worry about what your defense does. Because I don't know that Miami has a great defense. I don't know that the Commanders had a great defense like the Cowboys. The Jets had a great defense. The Jets only let you get 14. Cowboys defense can play really well. And if Hurts is hurting and is not able to run the way he does, that really bodes well for the Cowboys defense. Because you let the Commanders, do I need to say it again? The Commanders and Sam Howell throw for 400 yards on you. How are you going to let Sam Howell throw for 400 yards on you? I don't understand that one. I really don't understand that one. So I think, maybe I'm wrong. I think Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys offense can be better than what the Commanders are. And I think our defense is a hell of a lot better. That secondary you got there in Eagle Land, bro, you got problems there. So I'm not saying that Hurts and the offense won't score some points. I expect them to. But I expect the Cowboys to be able to bomb those bombs away. And as long as we can let Dak cook, and that's what I think Mike McCarthy needs to realize, that his whole concept of running Tony Pollard, who's right now averaging 3.9 yards a carry. Let me say that again, 3.9 yards a carry. That ain't good, bro. They have kind of destroyed what Tony Pollard did great. He's an outside runner. He is not a between the tackles guy. He's not going to make his hay there. And you certainly will not be able to do that against the Eagles. I will give you Eagles credit. You have a great all-world defensive line front. But your linebackers and your secondary is ass. Eastside? Yeah, and? Okay. Everybody has a blunder game, Eastside. Hey, Eastside, how many games you won in the last 3 years? How about that? FYI, your team sucks.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, real hating, man, that's like an art form, man. You know, it's like you like a born a hater, you know, like myself, man. You know, a lot of cats think they hate, but, man, I mean, I'm mad at everything, man. You know, brother got a nice car, man. Why you got a car, man? I only got one car. Why you got 3 cars or a wife or all that, man? I mean, that's played out, man. I hate on it.
Freaking Eastside Hero.
Bro, it ain't got nothing like me, you know what I'm saying? Because, yeah, that's what real hating is all about, man.
You know what's so funny? You know, I am so sick and tired of listening to people talking about the Arizona Cardinals. Oh, my God, you got beat by the, you know, it's so funny how San Francisco loses to the Cleveland Browns. Well, they were missing Deebo Samuels. They were missing Trent Williams. They were on the road. Right? Dudes. Stop with the Arizona Cardinal bullshit. We lost Diggs on Thursday. Emotional loss. We didn't have Tyron Smith. We didn't have our center and Biotish, and we didn't have Zach Martin. 3 starting Pro Bowl future Hall of Famers, with 2 of them players. Everybody else gets a pass. Nobody ends up looking and saying, well, damn, you didn't have an offensive line there. Didn't know. Okay. People are already saying, well, the Cowboys are full strength. Jalen Hurts has a bad knee, and they're going to be starting a rookie at guard and stuff, and they're nicked up. They got 4 players that aren't going to play. They're already making a pass for the Eagles. Dak Prescott's got a broken thumb out there. Broken thumb. Plate in it. Screws in it. Look at that. He's ass. He's throwing interceptions. Dude had a broken freaking thumb. Now, what's your excuse there, Esai, for your team being ass last year, bro? For all the games they lost, huh? Don't come in here messing. Are you trying to piss me off? Are you trying? Because, bro, don't mess with me tonight. Don't mess with me. Don't mess with me. How is it that a team that ain't sniffed any playoff success, much less a few winning seasons, the only thing I've ever seen in the Pro Football Hall of Fame from your team is J.J. Watt's face in an ass? How you think you can talk to the Dallas Cowboys and try and trash us, 5-time Super Bowl winning team? How you think you have the right? Now, I can give it to the Eagles and say, well, the Eagles, they did win the Super Bowl in 2017. Finally, after 50-some years, okay? I can say that they have actually had some relevance in the NFL. I can understand them talking trash, but you, Eastside Herald, you Texans fan, you with a team that ain't done squad douche, have no right to say jack. And I am very proud of myself because I did not use an F-bomb because my dad asked me not to. Now, would anybody else like to step up to the plate tonight? Anybody else like to step up to the plate tonight? Back to this game. Now, somebody had said, and I did not see that Sam Williams was going to be a team captain, but he clarified things because we saw him post on social media where we blasted him. I blasted him. Game Time Brian went postal on his ass and saying, listen, man, let your play on the field get your ass on the field so you stay on the field. Because he posted a picture of a dog, big, scary dog up in there and stuff, and said, let the dog loose. And we all interpreted it as he's saying, I need to get to play more. Now, he clarified and said, I wasn't trying to say beg for more playing time. I was basically saying, I got to let the dog in me loose. I got to get after it, which is what you want to hear from a player. You want them to say, I got to do more to earn it. I got to do more to help my team. I got to do more to get to that quarterback's ass. Dem Boys Kicks, what's up? Are you coming Sunday? Because I sent out a message to everybody, say, hey, who's coming so I know how much food to cook? Are you coming, Dem Boys Kicks? Michael Schwartz, when do Houston's go to the Super Bowl? They've been twice when they hosted it. They got free tickets because they were in town. Michael Schwartz. All right, so for the Cowboys, interesting thing, as they go through and they trash the Cowboys and tell us that we suck, that we've got no chance in hell, that the Eagles are going to dominate us because that's the team that they are, that they have the best record in football. You know what's funny? And I was actually surprised because, you watch the shows and unfortunately you still get tainted by them. You start to hear things so many times that you start to actually believe some of it. 49er fan, you might want Trey Lance back. I'm glad to see a 49er fan actually showing up after the 3 games losing streak that you had. Shout out to you, man. Start Trey Lance. That's what y'all would really like, is to see us start Trey Lance, because Dak Prescott is a lot better than y'all give him credit for. But then again, what do I know? I'm just a Dak Prescott fan. And let's do one thing tonight. Can we do one thing just tonight? After midnight or tomorrow or Sunday, go ahead and trash Dak. How about we have a moratorium on trashing him tonight? Because it was 10 years ago today. 10 years ago today that he lost his mother to cancer. And unfortunately for Dak, here's the kind of woman that his mother was. And the family knew that this was going to be her last days. Dak was actually playing football for Mississippi State. And they didn't want him to know. They wanted him to continue. His mom wanted him to play, even though she was dying. So he didn't get the opportunity to say goodbye to her. You know, every night when I do my fireside chats, be it here or the Red Brick House, I always tell everybody to make sure that you tell people that you love them. And Dak Prescott honors her every day. Now, you can disagree with whether he should be the quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys, you know, if his ability is good enough, or Cooper Rush, that's fine and all that. But you cannot argue with the character of the man and his soul and everything that he has been taught and instilled to him by his mother. So why don't we tonight, let's just lay off Dak tonight, okay? Let's just lay off Dak tonight and just keep his family in his prayers. How about that? Can we just do that one time? Because there's nobody out there that gets scrutinized more than Dak Prescott. Because you know what's kind of crazy to me is how we still hear about how much money Dak Prescott's gotten paid. Daniel Jones got a contract, $40 million, the same as Dak Prescott is this year, has 2 TD passes and 6 interceptions and can't get on the field. Ain't nobody said jack about Daniel Jones, who the backup, Tyrod Taylor, the team's responding better to. Aaron Wachowski. This is our week. Dallas Cowboys for life. Shout out to you, Aaron. But ain't nobody saying anything about Daniel Jones. Or am I wrong to say that, you know, Daniel Jones is overpaid? Am I wrong to say that? I'm asking for a friend. I'm truly asking for a friend. Shout out to Aaron. Aaron, that's your first super chat. Appreciate that, man. Shout out to you. Woohoo! Nick Hammer, message deleted by Lola. What did Nick Hammer? You know what, Nick? I tell you what, Nick, after I just asked if we could stop having Dak hate tonight, just for one night. I've never seen you here before, and guess what? I never will again. Because guess what? When you come out, when I asked, because he lost his mother 10 years ago today, and I asked you just to be a human being, and let's just say that you decide to be a jackass and say Dak sucks. You know what? Bye-bye.
Bye, Felicia.
Don't come back. Oh, that's right. You're blocked. And yes, I blocked your ass. And feel free to go over and tell Philly 500. Mark Holmes blocked me. Yes, I blocked you because you are a jackass. Okay? There you go. Anybody else want to test me tonight? Anybody else? Kid Cowboy. My father passed away 35 years ago. We were 20 years old, 20-year ticket holders. Shout out to you, Kid Cowboy. I'm sorry that you lost your dad. I'm more than blessed to have both of my parents and my in-laws, even my ex-in-laws and stuff that are still here in my life. And I appreciate all of the time that I have with them. And that's where Mark, don't blight Dak's finger when he loses. I'm not. Hey, listen. Quite frankly, if you listen to Eagle fans and the talking heads that tell you the Eagles have the better offensive line, the better quarterback, the better tight end, the better receivers, that they are a winning team, that they're the best team in football. With the Cowboys aren't they expected to lose? You can't have it both ways. Take a breath, my brother. The great state of Mississippi played the clip. Actually, we're going to do a different one here. Let's do a different one.
Philly. And that's why we're the superior team of the division. That's why we're the superior team of the division. I just said this before halftime. Oh my God. Oh my God. Listen to him. Oh, Philly. Oh, here it comes. Oh, poor Philly. Philly. Little Philly. Oh, here he goes. Stupid throw. Oh, little Philly. What a bad throw. Stupid throw. Oh. Are you recording this? Oh, God. Hey, did the screen freeze? What the hell was that? That's a horrible throw. Did the screen freeze? Oh, my God. Stupid. Damn, like 3 people.
Philly cream cheese. I'm expecting to lose. Favorite Philly 500 meltdown. I lost my mother 3 months ago. Sorry, Cowboys fan. And that's the hottest thing ever. Classic. But no, all jokes aside and stuff. And I don't mean to go off on people and things, but I don't understand the world where everything is, you must trash somebody, you must hate somebody, you must give people a dirty look or threaten somebody. That's not the way I live my life, man. I welcome people into my home down at the Red Brick House. Come on in, let me show you the place and stuff. I try to live life and treat people the way I'd like to be treated. I don't understand why people feel like you need to be an ass. Linda, I just want the playoffs to start. It doesn't matter who we play or the record. Chad, I'm not ready for the playoffs yet, man, because that means the season's almost over. We're already here at week 9. Half the season is over. And, we wait so long for it to get here. I'm enjoying every week. I'm enjoying even the 49er loss, okay? I'm enjoying the Arizona loss just because it's football. At least I'd rather watch a game and lose than not have any football at all. So I'm not in a rush. I want to enjoy this, and I hope that my Cowboys can go up there and get a win. I feel like the Cowboys and the Eagles, we know each other, and as good as the record is with the Eagles, I'm sorry, I'm not ready to bring out the anointing oil. Last year, Eagles, you had a very favorable schedule. You didn't play a lot of great quarterbacks and things. And you ended up thriving. I'm not going to take that away from you. You beat the teams that were in front of you to get to where you needed to be. But as I look at your schedule from this year so far, you haven't played the cream of the crop. You haven't played great quarterbacks. You played Mac Jones, and you beat him 25-20. Mac Jones, he shouldn't even be an NFL quarterback. Kirk Cousins with no offensive line, 28-34. They should have beat you. And don't act like they didn't have the opportunities. Justin Jefferson, if he doesn't get that fumble out of the end zone before half and you guys got that field goal, you're losing that game. They get that touchdown, you're losing that game. The Rams game, I'll give it to you, 23-14. We blew that team out, just saying. And for the Commanders to take you to overtime and score 31, not once but twice, and then to lose to the Jets, the quality win that you have is the Miami Dolphins. I'll give you that one. But I'm not ready to say that this is the best team in football. You're struggling against some of these lesser teams. Now, if you go through, you got us twice. You got San Fran. I don't know what team San Fran is right now. If they'll recover, I think they miss Debo more than anybody imagines, as well as Trent Williams. And then, of course, them getting some more the power on the defense. You've got the 49ers. You've got Kansas City. You got Buffalo. Now, all of those teams have some flaws. There's no perfect team out there. And even with you Eagles, your offense is humming. I'll give you that. You got a great offensive line. You got a good quarterback. You got great receivers and tight ends. Your offense is humming. But your defense, I can't wait to see some teams pick that thing apart. You lost to the Jets. Newsflash, you ain't going to be scared to get your ass beat. Laugh out loud. Ooh, Linda, spicy tonight. How do you hate somebody you don't know? Shaking my head. That's the thing I don't understand, because believe me, I have plenty of people out there that hate me and swear that I'm the worst thing in the world. Isn't it Jets 4-3? Laugh out loud. The Jets were terrible. Well, of course, here's it's revisionist history. We kicked their teeth in, and the Jets, it was just the Jets. That's all we heard. Oh, it was just the Jets. It was just the Jets. Oh, the Jets actually, without Aaron Rodgers, have turned it around. They are a 4-3 team. 7-1. The struggle is real. Allen Walker. You know what? I'm curious, because, like I said, I don't see as many Eagle trolls. I look at my numbers on here, because normally you Eagles, if Cowboys lose, it's almost comical watching when the Cowboys are losing on my live stream, how my numbers just grow. When the Cowboys start winning, they just drop. That's you trolls just showing up. I have not seen that many of you trolls this week. I'm just wondering, where you been? Where have you been? As an Eagle fan, I hate playing him, but he's a great person off the field. Prayers to Dak and his family. See, that's a real fan right there. Connor Carr, appreciate that. AB, our game is tomorrow at 2:30. They're playing like shit this year. Linda, I'm a KFC fan. Laugh out loud. Are y'all getting nasty up in here again? Eastside, how about those Rangers? Correct, Derek. I got to watch the chat, because y'all get to be nasty in a heartbeat. All right, so if I'm Mike McCarthy, and I'm not, if I'm Mike McCarthy, I look at the first 5 games, and then I look at the last 2. I look at what I was doing the first 5 games with the offense, where, he was being cautious, and, I just want to run the football. We're going to play conservative. We're just going to line up and basically do a couple of dinking and dunkins and things like that. I take that stuff and I just throw that shit away. Just throw that away. In the end, this needs to fall on Dak Prescott. You got to let Dak cook. You got to let Dak Prescott cook, and you've got to use the weapons that you have, your best weapons, and your best weapons are CeeDee Lamb outside, shift him in the slot from time to time so you can go ahead and tear them up, move them around, and use Brandon Cook and his speed down deep. You have to stretch the field. You're not going to be able to run the football on the Eagles. Lordy, let's see what we get here. Oh, so we got another one. Eagles 2024 champ. Another mother humper wants to try me. Okay, so, I just asked, and you're probably the same dude that has a channel that's always talking about my weight and about the red brick house being shoddy and all this stuff. You know what? You're just a pathetic individual. But guess what? Go ahead and make another one. Go ahead and make another. I know you're probably sitting there, getting off because, I got blocked. But your ass got blocked. So, bye, Felicia. Okay? Sad state of the world when you can't even for an hour act like you have some sense. Just ignore Twiz. Mark, you conveniently forgot about we beat Miami and the most explosive. Okay, Skywalker, you must not have been listening to what I said. Because here's the thing about Miami. Yes, they are explosive. But here's the thing about Miami that I said. Okay, here's the thing. Miami has had an explosive offense. But where's the quality win? Miami. Let's go through this. Just for the sake of argument, okay? Let's just go through this for the sake of argument, okay? So, Miami's first game against the Chargers, 36-34, Okay, they scored a lot of points against Chargers. Do we look at the Chargers and we say they're a great team? Do we? I don't. New England Patriots, 24-17. Do we look at New England and say that's a great team? I don't. Broncos, that was amazing, 70-20. Do we look at the Broncos and say they're a great team? Although they did finally get a win over Kansas City. So maybe people are now saying the Broncos was a great win. But they play against the Buffalo Bills and they get railroaded 48-20. What does that say? Michael Schwartz with Dak 66-38, without Dak 9-8. There you go. Michael, you can't do that, buddy. You can't put facts in with Dak Prescott haters. Okay, New York Giants 31-16. Do we look at the Giants and say that that's a great team? Right? And let's see. Panthers. Yeah. So, and then they get beat by the Eagles, 31-17. So are we saying that Miami's offense they're great when you have teams that are well below 500, but the two teams that face that are good teams, 48-20, 31-17. I don't know what team that the Miami Dolphins are. Are they benefiting from playing inferior talent? The Giants are awful. The Panthers just got their first win. So, yes, Eagles, that's the biggest win you have, a team that has yet to beat a winning team. There you go. So take that as you will. I'm sure you're going to say I'm just being a hater. I'm just saying, and I'm not saying that we have, a lot of quality wins ourselves. I guess the biggest one we say we have right now is destroying that Jets defense that kicked your teeth in. The Rams game was a blowout, but the Rams, they're not a great team either. So I haven't said that we've played anybody. I can still question your team. I can question your team as well as mine both. We're going to find out. If your team, and I said this last night, I said, you know what, Eagles, impress me. If you go through and the next 6 weeks where you play us twice, where you play the 49ers, where you play Buffalo, where you play Seattle, and you play Kansas City, you come out of there and you're still top dog, I will give you all the credit in the world. Because then I can say you've played contending teams and you've done it against them. I will give you credit. Rams took the 49ers to the wire. But the 49ers, now again, the NFL is a week-to-week league. Michael Schwartz, our record before him was 8-8. And what is it now asking for a friend? Actually, Michael, Schwartz, it was 4-12 the year before Dak Prescott took over, with basically the same team. Him and Zeke came in, of course, without a quarterback, Tony Romo, and then it was 12-4 the year before that. But yes, you are correct. I appreciate the super chats out there. Who have the Eagles blow? And see, here's the thing that's funny to me, Kevin, is we blew out New England, we blew out the Jets, these teams and stuff, and then they'd say, well, Dak's stats are inflated because they're garbage time. So the Eagles scoring 34 points against the Commanders, having to go to overtime, those points count more because they were contested against a bad team? Do I have it right? I love weed in the house. What's up, man? Although that might catch something. By the definition, Peyton Manning would have been average in his 8th year. There you go. Eagles don't need... that's going to be the other thing. The Eagles don't need this game. Is that what I just saw? Oh, the Eagles, they need to just win. Okay, that's cool. But, Linda, okay, now I'm going to ask straight up, Linda, because you are the most honest football fan that I've ever seen in the chat. I'm going to ask you, Linda, specifically, do you have concerns about your team? Do you think that your team is legitimately the best team in football? Do you have concerns about your defense and what they've been giving up against not good quarterbacks? I'm asking for a friend. Skywalker's birth certificate? You can't get blown out yourself and call yourself a contender. We did. I didn't say we were. Hold on, Skywalker. I didn't say we were a contender. We the little Cowboys, we're just lucky to be playing against the Eagles and stuff. I didn't say we were the best team in football. Get it straight. I'm not the one who's out there saying that we are superior to everybody else in the NFL, that we got the best quarterback in football, that we got the best stuff. I'm not the one saying this about my team. I'm saying I'm pumping the brakes on you guys. I'm not saying that about me. I never said that. My question was, why are we even playing this game? Because the Eagles are so far better than us that we've got no chance in hell. Isn't that we're just lucky that the NFL puts us on TV. We are the Christians going against the Lions. We're just the fresh meat. I'm just asking because we have heard you guys are up here with the NFL. Oh, God, there he is. You know what? Philly 500. If the Eagles only have one quality win, then the Cowboys have 0. Arizona beats you and you don't get... Oh, well, we beat a team that you couldn't beat in the Jets. Is that not... So was that not a quality loss for you guys, Philly? And Philly, is the bet on, bro? Is the bet on? Arizona beats you and you can't use Diggs as excuse. Okay, how about 3 offensive linemen being out? Tyron Smith? Does that ring a bell? Zach Martin? Does that ring a bell? A guy who has more Pro Bowls than holding penalties? Biotish? A guy we traded with you to draft? Do those not count as far as Arizona goes, Philly? Is the bet on? Philly, is the bet on, bro? Are we doing a shirt bet? Because, see, you got it made, though. See, here's how bad you Eagle fans are. So I said, okay, Philly, how about we do a shirt bet? I said, if the Cowboys win, I'll get my wife to make a shirt that you got to wear. And he's like, okay, well, then I'll get your wife to make one for you. So wait a minute. I got to provide the winnings for both. What? 200 yards rushing on your great defense. Oh, is that a bet too? That you're going to put up 200 yards rushing, Philly? Okay. I'm going to have, I can't, what I'm going to do, if the Cowboys bless us and beat the big dogs, because this is the biggest underdog since the United States going against Great Britain, I'm going to have to ask the fans for help coming up with the shirt to make for you. No, it's okay, Philly. No. You tell, all you got to do is I'll get you my wife's phone number, and it can be a secret. It'll be a secret between you and my wife until she presents it to me and says, here's what you have to wear. That'll actually probably be better. Michael Rodriguez, take the bet, laugh out loud. Okay. Well, we got the bet. Michael Rodriguez, appreciate the super chat. But Philly, all jokes aside, Philly, are you confident that you will destroy the Cowboys? You don't have any concerns whatsoever? You're not worried about your defense and Daddy Dak coming up and, putting some points on? Because I do remember you kind of struggled with one team out there.
My home team, my loyalty, I'm at Uptown Royalty. We fight for all DC, who are we? I speak facts, facts. I'm not making riddles. The Hawks open big old holes for John Riggle. Chantella's on the team.
You kind of have a little problem with the Commanders there. I'm just saying. I always have concern. Oh, it's an easy week? Oh, man. Okay, Mark, that doll with the wild hair, tell us the story for the newbies. My wife has said she has premonitions our Cowboys will win. Shout out to you. Okay. Appreciate that super chat, George. I mean, no, it's not George. Oh, God, I can't remember it. Jorge? Is that how it's pronounced? Jorge, okay. That is Jobu. If you go and watch the movie Major League, okay, there's a Cuban baseball player, Serrano, all right? He played the president in 24. He has a Jobu doll because he can't hit curveballs, okay? And so he has this voodoo doll in his locker. He pours rum, shots, he gives a cigar, and he sacrificed chickens for him. Okay, so I ended up, because an Eagle fan once said that the Dallas Cowboys mojo was so bad that not even Joe Boo could help him. So I made it as a joke. I made Joe Boo. And so that's where it's been there. And it's been a lot of really cool things have happened that I have to kind of turn my head and say, did that really happen with Joe Boo? Okay, he's been seen with everybody from the commissioner of the NFL to Calais Campbell with Dak Prescott, and he's been banned by the New York Giants. The story just goes on and on and on. Trey Brown, Arizona did not have Kyler as well, who is a professional at tapping the Cowboys from behind the Eagles fly. Sam Howell blew y'all out last year. Well, it was the last game of the year, and it was pretty much, you guys had the lead. And I'm not going to say that he didn't, or they didn't. And I don't know that they blew us out. They beat us. FJS Gecko. Shout out to Philly 500 Mark Holmes channel. Shout out to you, buddy. But I appreciate the super chats there. So let me see if I got this straight. We get beat down for losing to Sam Howell in the last game of the season, but then we go to Tampa Bay and we destroy Tampa Bay in the playoffs, a team that the year before destroyed you in the playoffs. Okay, I got that. So we get killed for that. But we weren't considered the best team in football like you guys are, and you have Sam Howell 2 games in a row score 31 where they should have won. Had it not been for Ron Rivera, a coach who will be fired by the end of the season, if I'm correct, a coach that will be fired at the end of next season because he didn't challenge what clearly was not a completed pass. And then you get Scary Terry on 3rd down and 4th down dropping passes that should have been there. And that Sam Howell on your vaulted defense with the all-world defensive line on the 7-1 best team in football throws for 400 yards. I'm just saying, we're not on the level of you guys. We're not being told that we're the best team in football. I'm just saying the best team in football should be able to beat down the Commanders. I'm asking for a friend. Is that not the case? The Cowboys have always struggled in the desert, even in the 90s, which is a fact. We've always struggled with the San Francisco 49ers, which is a fact. And you could say that the Eagles always struggle with the left hands up. So if you buy into that philosophy, the Eagles have also struggled where? Against the Dallas Cowboys. And here's an interesting fact that you won't get from the talking heads. The Dallas Cowboys scoring is the second highest scoring team in the NFL. Miami, 33.5 points. The Dallas Cowboys, 28.1. And I know what you're going to say. I know. I know what you're going to say. Well, it's because you've scored points on special teams. You scored points on defense. So do those points not count? Do those is it like, that's a half point because it's a defensive touchdown? You'd like to have your own Jobu doll? Well, I'll see if we can figure out a way to mass produce them. Appreciate the super chat there. But seriously, so do those points not count? Because at the end of the game, it's who has the most points that win. We don't need Zeke. We need somebody because Tony Pollard's only averaging 3.9 yards a carry. Who's the third highest? What? I'd say I Love Weed's probably the highest. But I'm happy to see my son there, Philly 500. Casey Stewart. Oh, wait a minute. I'm sorry. I got to get back to my Barry White voice because we're after dark with all the ladies. And we have the lovely Casey Stewart. Welcome, Casey. Philly loved our Dallas Cowboys. Your meltdowns are legendary. Philly, you and Cop Pizzle used to do like joint streams together, didn't you? On some of those games. Didn't you do that? Didn't you? I mean, it was always a beatdown because the Giants are ass. And I actually feel bad for Cop Pizzle and for Rashid and all the Giants fans that they are as bad as they are. I honestly do. I have sympathy for them because, when you think of Cop Pizzle and how excited he is and, all the bravado, puts up more of a fight than their team does. Face. Mark, who's going to stop A.J. Brown? Well, who's going to stop CeeDee Lamb? Who's going to stop CeeDee Lamb? You only have report an injury if you don't fully participate in practice. Okay. I don't think that's actually true because people. Okay, all right, I'll give you that one if you want to take that. Okay, Philly, you dance like no one is watching. Bounty game. Only once, twice. Okay, I was just curious. How did that go? Did you enjoy it? Because I don't see you being able to be the. We always love to watch you. To see the meltdowns, and especially where you got, Gainwell. Your meltdowns are Gainwell. Why? He's pulling a fucking tomato out of his ass. I mean, the stuff you say is kind of cray-cray. And I don't know that you would do that if you were trying to have a conversation with me. So I was thinking maybe it would be kind of cool to do a sort of live stream between the two of us. But we'll think about that later on. Went good? Okay. I tell you what, Philly, how about this? We know that Washington is ass. We know the Giants are out of it. We know that it's going to be, we pretty much know that the Cowboys and Eagles are going to be in the playoffs. How about this? If we are both in the playoffs and we play each other, we stream together. How about that? We stream, if we meet in the playoffs, we do a joint stream together, watching the game. I'll leave that one up to you, if it happens. There's no guarantee that the Cowboys make the playoffs because, of course, the Eagles, being the greatest team of all time, are going to crush us so bad that we just can't get up off the mat. Oh my God, Chuck! That might be the winner. Gainwell is my daddy. Oh God. Oh, or better yet, I love Kenneth Gainwell. Forever Fashion Runway. Shout out to you. Where you been, buddy? We haven't given up a 100-yard receiver or rusher. I like the chances against the Eagles. Forever Fashion Runway. But all jokes aside, Philly, I appreciate you coming in, man. And this is what we all live for. games like this. This is where it's all on the line. Two teams enter, one comes out, and I appreciate the fact that you are a cool guy. You know, that you are rational, that you're not full of hate in your heart except for the Dallas Cowboys team, and that you can actually have Gainwell makes my blood pressure go up. Yeah, that we might have to incorporate Gainwell in the mix in there. You'll be there, okay, David. David, what kind of? I'm thinking about doing the Reuben sub, man. What you think? What do you think about a Reuben sub? Or yeah, I think we should do the Reuben sub. You cool? Just your stream stinks. Yes, of course. I will stream if we meet in the play. It's on. It's on. 2 men enter, 1 man leave. All right, good people. It is 10 o'clock, and you know I'm old, okay? I'm really old, and I got to get my sleep and stuff. And then tomorrow, I haven't been here for 2 weeks, so I got to get the man cave together tomorrow for the big showdown with Philly 500. You know, I appreciate all of you guys, all of you, because without you guys, man, this is no fun, and without you guys make this. And since I've got my son here, let me see if I can find something good for my son. Hold on, son. You know I love you, right? Boom. Here we go for you.
Not penalty.
You didn't see
It went
when
all the way down to 0. They didn't call nothing. Now they're going for it again. It should be 5-yard penalty.
Wow.
What are they doing with this shit?
Yeah, Philly.
Ain't no
Philly.
way.
Philadelphia. Philadelphia cream cheese.
That's what I'm about to call them.
Philadelphia cream cheese.
Fucking bullshit. Fucking red. Fucking bullshit. It was a fucking stop the first time. Second time.
Philadelphia cream cheese.
And you didn't call delayed game. Horse shit.
Oh my God, Bill.
I fire his ass.
Oh my God.
Ain't no fucking way.
Oh wow. I got hot sauce in my eye.
They might as well just, at this point, they might as well just kick the field goal and just end the game. Let it run down, kick the field goal and win the game.
Fumble this shit. Fumble this mother.
Look at this.
Philadelphia cream cheese.
I got hot sauce in my eye.
You have no recollection. Philly, you zone out, bro. You zone out every time. You need to go back and look at some of that stuff, buddy. But, you know, it's all jokes aside, man. You know I love you, man. I appreciate you. But with that being said, we're going to turn out the lights. This party's over.
Party's over. They say that all good things must end. Call it a night. The party's over. And tomorrow and next year starts the same old thing again.